Currently loading dark water divination. Please enjoy. Welcome everyone to Dark Water Divination. My name is Brianna and I am a medium and intuitive reader, and I have a May message for you guys. Also, I'm back. Thank you for letting me take the time and everything that I needed. There's been a lot happening in my personal life. Thank you guys for still sticking around. Thank you for still being here, and thank you for allowing me to take that break because I genuinely needed it. And that's another thing that I kind of wanted to open with. What's kind of funny about this reading is I asked what spirit wanted me to talk about today, and I saw the Mrs. Doubtfire where it's like, help is on the way, dearie, or whatever the hell. So I saw that. So this is basically going to be, what sort of help or support will you be receiving in May? So I just wanted to say that if you guys need help, if you need support, it is okay to take a break. It is okay to ask for that. It is okay to admit it. So I wanted to get on here and give you guys a proper reading. My thing that's holding up my phone keeps falling, so if it falls again, I'm terribly sorry, but that's why all the angle shifts and cuts. But let's get into it. I did 2 piles. I didn't want to come back on here in like an overwhelming, super crazy sort of way. I want to ease myself into this, and again, I feel so strongly like this is a message for all of you. I wanted to ease my way into this, and so take your time, pause the video, feel out which pile works the best for you, or which one you feel you are connecting to the most, and I will see you over at that pile. Bye. Alrighty, my pile ones, what I see here for you, it's quite interesting actually. Having 2 court cards come out as interesting. So for some of you, you could have 2 individual people who are going to be helping you and assisting you, particularly with your communication and your passion. However, this could also be you yourself, or this could also be your spirit guides as well coming in here to help you. Either way, I can absolutely see that with this Ace of Pentacles, there's going to be a physical opportunity or some sort of physical manifestation that will allow you to begin walking down a brand new path. Now, with the mountains here in the background of this gate, this archway that you are going to be walking through, that does suggest to me that there is going to be some challenges, a little bit of uphill, but that's actually really funny because as I'm talking about how there's going to be some sort of uphill battle or struggle that you may experience, the phone falls. So as I said in the intro, that is going to happen quite often, so please bear with me in the sense of I'm going to have to keep cutting this, and the angle is going to be different like so many different times. But I feel like that's a message within itself, right? Because we were just talking about how there's going to be struggles and challenges. Despite whatever struggles or challenges you may be facing, it feels like it's going to be things that you can very easily overcome, right? Will it be annoying? Yeah, like that was just incredibly annoying, but it's not something that I can't just easily do and pick right back up again. So it's sort of that thing. And then also giving yourself grace, right? This is something that would typically like really piss me off, right? Because this happened, I think, about 6 or 8 times now. So instead of getting incredibly frustrated, it's just kind of that thing of, okay, this is the nature of the way that this is going to go. This is what I can expect from this tripod. And that's just the way that it is. And I can do my best to work around it and do exactly what it is that I need to do to get things done. So what I feel like is going to be coming in for you in the May, in the sense of help and support, is also the energy to be able to easily get through and over these obstacles, right? This sort of higher understanding that even though things may not work out, or even though things may be incredibly uncomfortable or annoying, It's just how it is, and it's not necessarily anything to do with you or your ability or how far you can make it, right? It's just kind of the nature of things. And sometimes the nature of things is for the purpose of protecting us from something, where if something was moving too quickly, sort of like the Eight of Wands, if something is moving too quickly, that momentum itself can then destroy what was then moving. So if a bow is moving too quickly, let's just say, or an arrow, if an arrow is moving too quickly, it will shatter immediately on impact, let's just say. Probably physically, I don't know. I don't shoot arrows. But let's just say, for the sake of this example, right? If something is moving too quickly, that very thing that is moving too quickly will burst. It will shatter on impact. It will be decimated, and then you can't use it anymore, right? That arrow is no longer an arrow, it's just a bunch of shards. And so that's kind of what the nature of things, or moving too quickly, sort of like with this recording and having to keep pausing and stopping. There is no reason for me to do this quicker or to rush through it, right? And so it's kind of like that, where these little stops, these little obstacles, these little challenges that you may experience may just simply be to buy time that you're not aware that you need, if that makes sense. I also feel like with this bird, they keep signaling the bird for me, and they keep kind of showing me like guides and like people in the sky. So how I'm interpreting that is, you will be receiving a lot of help from the other side, a lot of divine help from the other side. Again, this sort of manifestation or this physical opportunity seemingly comes out of nowhere, and or the divine is orchestrating this opportunity manifestation through whoever is going to be helping investing. For whatever reason, gender aside, I very much feel like you are more so this first card's energy of the Queen of Swords. You are independent, you do things on your own, you are a wonderful communicator, and you make things happen because you understand what you need, and you have boundaries, and you move in life with those boundaries, right? I feel like, especially because like this king is looking at the queen. Again, gender aside, I feel like this king is somebody who is very, 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 very passionate. Either this is going to be your spirit guide who is very passionate about you. This could be you receiving energy for yourself that is going to create this passion that will then spark this movement to allow this Ace of Pentacles to then start rolling. Or this is a genuine actual person who is going to be investing in you, supporting you, and helping you in whatever way that means. This person could also be helping you through the manifestation that is happening as well. This is also another theme. The bottom of the deck, we have the Fool. This also seems to be a theme in the sense of a new chapter. A brand new beginning is going to be happening for you. I just want to get a little bit more details on what kind of support you are going to be receiving. What kind of support are you going to be receiving this month in May? Ooh. So this just came out in the shuffle. This is the Three of Wands. We love to see this. Why? Because it means that all you have to do right now is stay steady. Stay still, and everything else will find you, right? Trust and listen to your intuition. Everything else will find you and invest in you. The Three of Wands is essentially a card saying that the Two of Wands is where you're trying to make a decision, right? This or that. Go or leave, right? Or go or stay, right? This is a card of you have made your decision. You've made your decision on which path, which way, which direction you are going to go. And so now you just sit in that certainty and allow things to come to you, right? Because that's another part of manifesting that I feel like is huge. You ask and you make a decision, and you continue to choose that decision each and every day in what it is that you do. And in you doing just that alone, the universe, your guides, your higher self will bring these ships in, right? it will bring in the things that you are manifesting. We've got 3 cards here that, like, he is the master, the king of manifestation. This is a card that says manifestations are coming in. And then this is a card of saying, be patient, your manifestation is right around the corner. Because the next card after the 3 of Wands is the 4 of Wands, which is a celebration, an invitation. It is rewards and accolades and joy from making the right decisions, from living a life that you feel aligned in, right? That's another thing that I feel like you are going to be receiving help, especially with King and Queen here, this like balancing energy. I feel like you're going to have a lot of help in becoming aligned or staying within your alignment this month also. Let's see, what else would you like to tell us about pile number 1? We have more movement. So we have the Knight of Swords. I'm going to put that here, and then we're going to get one more. It also feels like whoever this King of Wands is, for those of you who this is genuinely a person coming in to help you and offer you this opportunity, it feels like this is somebody who has also been waiting a while. Like they've been thinking this over, they've been waiting and kind of watching the movements, watching the actions in which you take. And it feels like they've been waiting for the right opportunity for them to be able to do this for you. And that, I feel, is what is happening this May. But what else? Ooh, okay, okay. Okay. Sorry. So much of this message has felt like you are going to be regaining your power. You are going to be getting rid of or busting out of whatever sort of fears or entrapments you may have had, right? The Queen of Swords can be a little bit distant, a little bit cold, because she is so independent. She doesn't really need anybody to make anything happen for herself, right? So she's a little bit cold. I feel like that's what you've been in lately, and the support that you're receiving, the help that you are receiving this month in May is helping you get out of that, right? Because you can be in that energy out of survival, and with this coming out in reverse, I feel like you are coming out of a survival feeling. You are coming out of really, really difficult energies, difficult situations, lots of pain, lots of heartbreak, lots of depression, lots of fear. You may also have lately been staying up at night. You may not be able to sleep. It may feel like you are juggling a lot of things with nothing actually really going anywhere. But I feel like a lot of that is mindset. With the Knight of Swords also, this could be saying that you have been trying to take action towards things and you'll move towards things, but it might not be the right time, or you might, like we have mentioned before, you might have moved a little bit too quickly. That arrow situation where you've moved too quickly and things fell apart, or too much started happening all around you, or you just didn't have all of the information or all of the things that you needed. It's like the horse is really apprehensive here, really scared. He's not sure of his footing. And to be quite honest with you, with the way that his legs are spread out, it looks like he's not going to land that next step, right? It looks like he's going to slide. He's moving just a little bit too quickly. And so this opportunity, this support that's coming in this month of May, it feels like you are going to be able to slow down. And I just saw 11:11 on the clock. You are going to be able to slow down. Oh my god, I was gonna say, oh my god, is it actually 11:11? It's 11:31. On the timer it's 11:11, but almost 11:11. I was gonna say that would be pretty funny, but it feels like you're going to be able to slow down this month. It looks like there is a lot that is going to be needed to be released this month as well. Lots of pain, lots of heartbreak, lots of fears, personal entrapment, mental entrapment, right? This opportunity and this time space in which you are going to be able to slow down and take your time, this is going to allow you to properly heal. And that's what I can see with this Three of Swords in reverse. You are going to finally be able to properly heal, properly identify and name the things that you feel are stopping you or hindering you or making anything difficult, right? With this Queen of Swords here, you are going to be able to use your sword and cut out anything and everything that does not fit for you, that does not work, that does not match, anything that you feel should not be in your reality. You will be able to do that because you will be receiving the time and the ability and the help and the support to do that, right? It doesn't feel like you are going to have to rush anymore. What's very, very interesting also is this knight is going like away from the reading. Everything else seems to be centered here. This guy's going way off to the left, which that's, to me, that's signaling the past. So burning out, rushing, trying to do things quickly or trying to make things within a certain deadline because you have to, I feel like that is going to be falling away in the month of May, and you will be receiving help and support in communication, in your creativity, or in things that you find passionate, or things that you are passionate about. You are also going to notice that time is going to move a lot slower for you, so that way you do have the time to overcome these obstacles and heal from these obstacles, right? Your biggest op is always going to be you. Especially, it seems like you're somebody who's pretty used to helping yourself and going through these sort of transformational things, right? I mean, you're coming up as a queen, so you've done a lot of the work that you need to do to get yourself to where you are. And as our Lord and Savior Kim Kardashian says, you didn't come this far just to come this far. And that's sort of what May is going to show you and help support you in, right? You've gotten yourself here through blood, sweat, and tears. The universe is going to give you the support and the opportunities that you need now to move forward with trust, with feeling reassured and feeling sure of the direction that you're going, especially. And trusting in your abilities. Trusting in your abilities and trusting in yourself and your talents to be able to get yourself exactly where you want to be, because you can do that. You have the strength, you have the ability, and you have a brand new beginning and chapter that is opening up for you to allow you to even be able to do this, which is incredible. So let's finish off with what your oracle card is. We have, oh my god, hold on, okay. We have, you are worthy of beautiful things. The Servant Queen. Oh my god, you guys, gender aside, I'm so telling you, you are in your queen energy, your queen era. Okay, sorry, I got so excited. Okay. Divine, magnetic, and valuable. You are valuable. You are worthy. You are valuable. The talents that you have within you are needed, because you wouldn't be here if we didn't need what you do. No matter what it is that you do. Even if it's not spiritual, you are needed. Every single person here has a purpose, and every single purpose is what makes the world go around, basically, is the best way that I can put that, right? And if the world is going to get any better, it's only going to get better by people realizing how much they matter, how much each of us matters. Because if I matter, you matter just as much. And if you and I matter that much, the person next to us matters that much, right? We are all divine. We are all important. And you are a part of that all. And you need to believe in that. You need to believe that you are worthy of this opportunity, that you are worthy of being supported, that you are worthy of time, even. You're worthy of time. You are worthy to have things slow down so that you can enjoy it. You are worthy of things to slow down so you can make sure that you're making the best decision for yourself. You are worthy of all of that. And that's the support and the energy that you will be receiving in the month of May. I am going to finish this off by reading from the book. This artist is incredible and amazing, and this is the deck, and I've wanted it forever, and it is genuinely, truly something special and magical and beautiful. And I don't have an Amazon affiliate link for this. This isn't me trying to sell you something. This is me genuinely wanting to support you and tell you about a deck that has been integral for me for healing these past 5 months, especially with the passing of my mom and moving and all of the transitions and all of the job changes. This has been integral. So you have number 3, which is also the number of the Empress. So I have a very strong feeling that this next chapter that's coming in for you is going to be incredibly magnetic and powerful and beautiful, and it is going to be life is worth living, or whatever. Don't ask me to sing, but that TikTok song where it's like life is worth living, or the Ella Langley Back to Loving Life Again, like that is going to be your theme song for the rest of the year. And I can almost guarantee that. I'm so goddamn positive. And for sure it is such a strong feeling. But we have, you are blocking your blessings by believing you don't deserve them. Oh my god, sorry. I'm so sorry. This heartbreak too could make you feel like you don't deserve them. But anyway, sorry, you so deserve to be supported. 100%, unquestionably. But anyway, recognize your patterns of self-sabotage and examine the choices you have been repeating. We enact and accept what we believe we are worthy of. Raise your standards. You are meant for better. It doesn't matter what you've been through, where you've come from, rich or poor, healthy or unhealthy circumstances, or what others may think of you or tell you. It doesn't matter how others have put you down. You are still worthy. You are a valuable soul and someone who seeks to find magic in this world. And those who seek are the ones who find it. Just like the story of Cinderella, who was made to believe she was worthless and a servant to her family, only to be visited by a fairy godmother who offered her blessings and magic. If she was willing to believe, then she was worthy of all of them. All she had to do was accept them, and she would go on to live a life of royalty, of beauty and abundance. She was always meant to be a queen. It's okay if you also forget that you are magic, but it's time for you to remember again. Come home. Spirit can only give us what we believe we are worthy of. So expect excellence. Speak it into existence. Summon miracles. I am about to cry. I'm about to cry. You are going to be receiving the breakthrough that you have been waiting your whole life for. And you are going to do beautifully. You are going to do so wonderfully. And I know that there's a lot of fear with that. 222 on my timer. You are going to do a beautiful, wonderful job. And it's okay to feel fear. You're human. You always will. But ask the universe, how good can it get? How good can it get? And keep watching it get better and better and better. So that is your reading, pile 1. I hope that this helps. I hope that this confirmed something for you. And I genuinely hope that you have the most beautiful month of May and a beautiful rest of the year if I don't end up reading for you again. So yeah, I hope this helps. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye. Hello, pile 2, and welcome to your reading. This is going to be how you are receiving help or support in the month of May. What's really funny is I kept seeing Mrs. Doubtfire, that thing where she's like, help is on the way, dearie. Yeah, so you are being supported this month of May, and how is that happening? But also, there seems to be a theme, 222 on the timer. There seems to be a theme of new chapters and rediscovering of your power and your value. So I feel like that's going to be a massive energy that is going to be coming in this month to kind of help you. So even if you don't see anything like outrageously obvious that like this is support, you know, it could just be an energy or a feeling that you begin to have where you just feel stronger, you feel more powerful, you feel more aligned and sure. And I feel like that's part of what's going to be helping you this month. So let's see what the cards are. We did pull an oracle card, but that is going to be sort of like the advice for the end of the reading. So we will save that little bit of good nectar for the end. But let's see. Okay, is that right? I've been trying to do this intuitively, and on the last pile it told me it wanted the cards in a certain way other than the way that they came out. But I think this feels good. So for your first card, we have Temperance. Number 14. This is a card of moderation, of patience. This is also a card of alchemizing and balancing energies and things. There's definitely joy coming up here. For the second card, we have Seven of Wands. This is a card of defending yourself, protecting your energy, protecting what you believe, standing your ground. We also then have the Star, 2 major arcanas. So this is going to be a big month for you, it feels like, or again, it feels like this is going to be an energetic month. Like this is going to be more so not really things that you can see, but things that will support you. Let me start with the support that you are going to be receiving is outside support, which is very interesting. We have here 2 characters who are, oh, I'm gonna get demonetized. Hold on. Well, I mean, I don't make money off of these videos, which is okay, but I forgot I'm supposed to cover that up. So I might get flagged or something, but we have the Star and we have the Temperance, but they are both pouring something in, they're both pouring something using some sort of vessel. I feel like what you are going to be receiving support in is the energy or the ability to pour into yourself, to preserve your own energy. This is also going to be a month where you are going to be allowed to heal. Saying allowed to heal sounds crazy, but allowed in the sense of protected. It's almost like you're going to be in this sort of like bubble or cocoon where spirit is going to sort of help alchemize and flow things to you and through you. But how do I want to put this? It's almost like an incubation period. Like you're going to be in this little bubble for the sake of being able to heal and be free. You've gone through something that is very, 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 very hard, right? Because this card comes after the devil. You've had to be so honest with yourself, so vulnerable with yourself that it may feel like you've been naked, right? And then other times it feels like you've had to be so modest and restrict yourself so much that it feels like you're entirely covered up. all while having to support yourself. And so what I feel like, let me get more cards for this. Let me get more cards for this. I also feel like we're gonna do this. This feels good. Okay, this feels good. We're gonna get two more. What is the support? What is the support pile 2 will be receiving? Interesting. Okay. And then we're gonna have this on the bottom here off to the side. And on the bottom of the deck, no way. No way. Okay. Pile 2. You are closing a chapter that has been really, really difficult. You're closing a chapter that is full of betrayal, negative thoughts, negative attachments, could be addictions for some of you. It feels like, yeah, kind of like what I said before, it feels like you have had to be stripped down bare, that you have had to fight and stand your ground on what you believe, on the life that you want to be able to live, and the direction in which you are wanting to move. However, I do see here that the support that you will be receiving is the strength and the ability to alchemize and move forward in the direction that makes you the most content. It looks like you are going to be taking steps, or there are going to be, what's going to be presented to you is going to be actions and ways in which you can either invest, or actions that you are going to be able to genuinely plant that will help move you forward. What I find really, really beautiful and incredible is we have this here, and then we move forward into all yellow. Happiness and joy, clarity as well. We have the biggest star is yellow here, which is basically just showing to me that there is going to be clarity in this healing. It's almost like a purging. This is so interesting because, again, it doesn't feel like there's going to be, I just heard the princess saves herself in this one, gender aside. It feels very much like you are going to purge. It feels like you are going to be the support that you are receiving. It feels like you are going to be coming back online, coming back into alignment, coming back into your own beliefs and who you are after having to fight and watch your back, and after being vulnerable and being met with betrayal. You are going to be saving yourself in this one, and the support that you are going to be receiving is the movement. Yeah, this feels very much like the princess saves herself in this one, and because of that, you are going to be so incredibly emotionally fulfilled. Some of you have somebody right now, like a partner who you are with, This is going to be able to open you up to be the best version of yourself that you can be for this person, and vice versa. They will be able to feel this. This will almost act as a catalyst, and then they will then in turn be able to be the best person that they can be for you, for themselves, for you. But more importantly, you are going to be the reason that you have success. You are going to be the reason why you are happy. I just saw 1212. Okay, I'm gonna take those two. I was gonna ask for a little bit more clarification. The wheel is turning in your favor because you did what you were meant to do, and you were healing in the way that you are meant to heal. So the wheel is turning in your favor. You are bringing in your own manifestations because you are realizing that you have all of the resources, you have all of the things that you need. You are talented enough as you are skilled enough as you are, and that will be shown to you, right? But this is also a card that comes with a message of move with the wheel, move with the energy, or get crushed beneath it, right? Because the wheel is not favored to anyone. And it doesn't care who you are. It doesn't care how high ranked you are in your profession. It doesn't care. Are you moving correctly? Are you living within your morals and your values? This is also a card of karma, right? Are you stacking up your karma in a way that you will be crushed? Or are you stacking up your karma in a way where all of your coins and all of your rewards will rain on you, right? And with this Magician, this is basically just saying that you have the power and the ability to be able to live the life that you want to. And I feel like that's what you are doing, right? You are taking the bull by the reins. Is that how you say that? I don't know. But you are taking power into your own hands, and you are making things happen for yourself. You are closing out an incredibly difficult chapter. So that way you can make sure that you have happiness and fulfillment in your future. And that's exactly what I see for you here. So for you guys, there's not someone that's coming to save you necessarily, and maybe there may be, but the main point of this message, you are the captain of your ship, and you will be the very reason why you are successful, because you are healing, you're being vulnerable when you need to, you're alchemizing the energies that you need to. Some of you may be realizing too that you have extrasensory gifts, right? Some of you may be realizing that you have 1 foot in the water and 1 foot out of the water as well. You are going to be able to see the ways in which you can manipulate energy for yourself. For good, right? For good. And that's what this is saying. If this was upside down, it'd be like, maybe you should check your motives for the reasons and why you are doing things. But with this coming upward, you are changing your fortune. You are changing your destiny. Quite honestly, it feels like you've had a wish. You've had a wish for something for a very, 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 very long time. And you've been diligent in getting yourself there. And it feels like you are going to get yourself there. There's so much joy and happiness coming for you. I feel like we are going to now get the biggest advice through the Oracle card and see what your advice is. We have, number 3. I was going to say this, but I'm not entirely sure. It kind of feels like both of these piles are connected. It feels like, for those of you who feel like that resonates, right? If this feels like this is your only pile, then you are absolutely correct. But if you felt drawn to pile 1 also, 1 second, I need a drink of water. said water as I reached for coffee. Please drink water. That is very important. But anyway, for those of you who felt like you were also drawn to pile 1, I would definitely say yes. And it feels, in that instance, it feels more so like pile 1 is what is happening to you physically. Pile 2 is what is happening to you internally, energetically, if that resonates for you. If not, then this is simply saying you are going to save yourself, which, what a badass energy, right? You don't ever need anybody to come save you. Yeah, sometimes it helps. Yeah, sometimes it's really cool, but that's not what you need. And maybe that's not what you want to hear right now. Maybe you do want to hear that somebody is going to come and save you, but nobody is going to be able to do the internal work for you in the way that you can, and nobody is going to do it better than you, right? You are the captain of your ship. But the Oracle card, we have number 30. Oh, and I also said because we have number 30, pile 1 got number 3, so 3. But you have Shaman, Lunatic, Insights, and Cosmos. And then on her little notebook, it says, am I crazy or is it the moon? So, and purple hair, purple could mean, yeah, again, purple with the crown chakra. This feels very much like this is going to be an energetic download, or it feels very much like this is just going to be an energetic download. This is an alchemization of who you were in the past and who you are going to be in the future. So why this is happening for you, why you're receiving support in this, or this type of support that you are receiving, is protection and energy in alchemizing and destroying in a way that is not traumatic or harsh or sharp in any sort of way, but it is almost like a dissolving of who you were to be able to come into your power, right? To who you will be in the future. There's so much symbolism of pouring out, mixing, and having like the two, how do I want to put this? I just keep seeing the image of, you know, when you have a glass of really dirty water and then you have a glass of really clean water, and if you just keep like pouring them back and forth and back and forth and back and forth, it cleans it or whatever. If you just keep adding clear water to the murky water, it just keeps cleaning it. So that's sort of what is happening, is there is this constant like flow, or this like faucet within you that gets turned on, and that faucet just keeps running until you are clear, until you feel like you are clear. It's almost like a purging of the dark night of the soul, but it feels like you've already done the hardest part. So this purging is more just, it's more of just a faucet that is going to be running the rest of it out of you. And then after that, you'll be squeaky clean. You'll be all ready to move forward and move in whatever direction you would like to move. The stillness and the peace that it feels like you are craving, you are so close to. And you'll be able to breathe. You won't have to fight so much. But yeah. So that's the reading that I have for pile 2. I hope that this helps. I hope that this brought you some sort of confirmation, or just helped you in some sort of way. I love being able to do this, and I love being able to read, and I appreciate you guys staying here and taking your time to even listen to me. So I hope that this helps, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!